Hello and welcome to HiveState Bakugan. Today we're going to be talking about something that I find extremely interesting. Today we're going to be talking about rarity. Now, if you've opened packs of the Bakugan Battle Brawlers set, you'll know there are 5 different rarities, or core rarities at least. Common, rare, super rare, awesome rare, and Bakugan Elite. But each of these also have foils, so that makes things a little bit more complex. Now, I would like to add a small disclaimer before this video even begins. What I use to get the statistics for this video is, well, a couple things. First off, I bought quite a few packs. And by packs, I mean boxes of packs. And by boxes of packs, I mean boxes that had 24 exactly packs in it. Because that's less likely that some of the packs was mixed or multiple shipments got mashed together. So it's consistency's sake. Now, another thing I did was watch an obsessive amount of box openings. And when I say obsessive, I mean I watched a lot of box openings. And well, I took notes on each and every one that I watched. However, I only took the statistics from those that had full 24 pack boxes. Now, in saying this, even though I only took the statistics from full 24 pack boxes, I do not know what YouTubers may have gotten one of the boxes, bought packs from multiple stores to fill up 24 packs in a box. Not saying any did this, and there's nothing really wrong with doing this for content creation, but it could throw off the statistics just a little because there were some outliers. But we'll get to that. So the first thing that you can easily figure out with a box of Bakugan cards is the fact that you're going to get 144 commons and 24 rares in a box. The reason this is so easy to figure out is the fact that, well, there's the same amount, 6, of every common and 2 of each rare, or not each rare, but there's 2 rares, in every single pack. Times that by number of packs in the set, that's your statistics. Well, I also probably need to say that I'm talking about non-foil cards at the moment. We'll get to foils later. So the next rarity is super rares. Now, super rares, I've found, tend to get about 15 of these in a box. That's a little over half of the packs in the box will contain a super rare. Now, the scale that I've seen bounce is kind of a, I believe, 14 to 17. However, I did find 12 in a box, which, again, that's one of the outliers, but 15 seems to be a good number to kind of centralize on. So awesome rares are, of course, harder to find than super rares. You'll end up getting about 5 or 6 in each box you buy, roughly. And that, if you're just buying packs, means about 1 out of every 4 or 5 packs you buy should contain a super rare. Or not a super rare, an awesome rare. But for the one even harder to find, Bakugan Elite. These cards, they average about 4 per box, but I'm using this number very lightly. This is what I mean. Now, in the many box openings that I have watched and or opened myself, I've realized that the Bakugan Elites will vary quite a bit. I have seen and opened some boxes that only have had 2 Elites in the entire box. But I've also seen some boxes that have had 6 Bakugan Elite in the box. And we're not talking about the foil, we are just talking about basic Bakugan Elite. So dead center of that would, of course, be 4. 3 to 5 seems to be the best kind of range, because 2 and 6 are a little harder to get. But again, 4's dead center. But now we're going to be moving into the foils, and I'm going to do this part a little more rapid fire so I can talk about the results that I found. In most boxes, foil commons, you get about 10 to 12 of them, average of 11. Rares come between 4 and 6 of these cards, average 7. Super rares, you can get between 1 and 5 in a box, average of 3. Awesome rares is between 1 to 3 in a box, so of course average 2. And Bakugan Elites. Bakugan Elites seem to average at 1 a box. But you see, I've also seen a couple box openings that people have gotten 0 in a box. And this hasn't been super rare. Actually, I've personally opened a box that did not contain a foil Bakugan Elite, and this was one of my full 24-pack boxes. Could something have happened where things just mixed in the store? Maybe. But the fact I've seen it happen multiple times makes me question that. But the flip side of this is also true. I haven't opened, but I have watched someone open a box and pull 2 foil Bakugan Elite in the same box. So one seems to be the standard, that's probably what you're gonna get, but you might get a box with none, and you might get a box with 2. So just remember that that is, from what I've been seeing, possible. Also, another little note on Bakugan Elite, found something out personally. Did you know that you can pull a Bakugan Elite and a foil Bakugan Elite in the same pack? I can't tell you how bad I wish I was recording when this happened, so it's a chance. So if we are looking at rarities from like hardest to get, from easiest to get, believe it or not, a foil awesome rare is a lot harder to get than a Bakugan Elite, especially if you're looking for specific cards. Now, I know this video is not about the specifics, it's more about what are the odds of pulling this specific card slot. But I will say just a little thing. If you are hunting for a specific foil, keep in mind it's not just, oh, I'm gonna open this many of this slot's foils out of a box. You also have to take into account that if you're looking for, let's say, I don't know, any foil awesomer, a foil Brain Geyser or Mind Flood. Yeah, foil Mind Flood. That card, think of how many awesome rares are in the set. If you're only opening so many of this section, and there are so many in the set, it can kind of be harder than finding a specific foil Bakugan Elite. Now, I'm not saying that the foil Bakugan Elite slot is easier to get than the foil Awesome Rare slot, but the foil Awesome Rare slot is easier to get than the Bakugan Elite slot. It's confusing, but you get it. So we talked about the averages spread out, now we're going to talk about them all lumped together. The average of each slot in the Bakugan Battle Brawlers booster box is commons at 144 a box, rares at 24 a box, super rares at 15 a box, and then we jump down to foil commons at 11 a box. So yes, a foil common is harder to get than a super rare. That's something to think on, really. Then it goes to foil rares, when you get about 7 a box, jumps back to non-foils for a bit. Non-foil awesome rares, average at 5 a box. Non-foil Bakugan Elites, average at 4 a box. And then we jump back to foils. Foil super rares, 3 a box average. Foil awesome rare, 2 a box average. And a foil Bakugan Elite is that precious 1 a box average. So yeah, even though prices don't currently reflect this, anything higher than a foil rare, so not a foil rare, anything higher, is harder to find than a Bakugan Elite. As a foil collector, I'm not sure if I'm going to regret making this video, but the information needs to be out there, so here you go. Also, keep in mind, this is only for the first set, Bakugan Battle Brawlers. I don't know if statistics will change for different sets, but to start off, these are the odds. Now you know. Also, talking about Battle Brawlers, if you want to watch me open a box of that, there's a card for that. But if you want to stick around even longer, make sure to do all the normal things. Subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I post. I post like 3 times a week, and some of the videos that I have planned coming, I'm actually very excited for. So I do hope you stick around. But whether you do or whether you don't, you'll see me when you see me.